This is my 3D printer. It's an Ender 3 Pro and it's a standard 3D printer, which means you have a spool of filament up here or somewhere around here. You have a print head that moves left and right, up and down, and moves the bed to position the stuff on the print bed. And it's relatively slow. And the main factor of a good print is to level the bed, which means you have to turn the wheels down here to make this bed as level as possible to the rail up here. And that's the old way of printing. Today we are looking at something that is a little more Batman kind technology, and that is delta printing. And I ordered a delta printer, I saw it online, and it does stuff quite differently and looks like something from a science fiction movie. So that's the old way to print, worked fine. Did my retrofighter joystick on this printer and looks reasonably nice, but I'm very interested in seeing how this delta printing thing works. So we will unbox it, we will build it. It's just a few steps to build it, and we will see how it works. So let's do this. So let's, almost cut me here, get into this. I did pay 220 euros for this on Amazon, so might be possible to get this cheaper from China, but I did not want to wait. So this looks like some kind of introduction, and it seems like this was translated to German with some auto translation tool. Nice. Okay, let's have a look inside. We have 3 of these rails with motors down here. All seem to be the same. So on my last 3D printer I had to, these are rubber bands which transport these mounts, and on my last printer, the Ender Pro, I had to build this all myself. It's already built in here, so that's nice. It's a very fiddly work to do this. Got some various power cables. We have a user's manual, and by the way, this is the FLSUN Q5, and it's sold as the FLSUN or FLSUN, and it promises higher speed printing. And it also promises, and that is one very important thing for me, automatic leveling, because I tend to spend at least 20 to 30 minutes not auto leveling, but manual leveling my print bed. And as I said in the introduction, the bed leveling is the one main factor of a good print when everything else is set, like the temperatures and stuff. Here's the standard USB cable. Lots and lots of stuff in here. All those little baggies and things. Okay, now I have 2 of these. This is to remove the print from the bed. Normally you won't need that. Some kind of brackets or plates. Okay, here we have some flat cutters, USB stick, screws, screwdriver. So all seems to be complete here. Put this to the side for a minute. so that we can get the platform out. Here's the print bed, which is not moving at all, which is the main attraction of this printer. We have some yellow filament samples. That's all in here. And we have the base of this printer, which houses the power supply, and down here is the main board, and here's another motor, I guess. No, it's where the extruder goes. Okay, so I guess this is all that's in here. So assembly instruction: limit switch, motor cable, motor base, and 5 screws. Okay, let's first. So this is a print head. This is the extruder. These are the print arms, and these are the magic parts of this printer. You won't see these in normal 3D printers. And as you can see, they are mounted on these little spheres. And this is what makes this printer very, very different. This is a bed leveling sensor. So this pushes down on the bed, and then the bed gets auto leveled. And we have a few screws, not too many. Let's see. Oh, it's actually labeled gift bag. Gift in German means poison. And it smells quite like it. Ah, this is not the bottom. This is the top side. So this is up here, and this is down there. Let's place this like this, and it does say Y right here. So we have to pull some cables, I think. It does say X here. It does say that here. It says X right here. So where's the X? The X is here. Okay, first step done. Now it says fix upper shell screws. As you can see, this thing is pretty tall, and you will see in a minute why this is. And that is not the actual height of the printable product, and you will also see in a minute why this is. Let me just finish this. So the next step would be to actually fix this print head, and for that we need these, and these go in here, I guess. That's it. Okay. That's good. Now we need the print head, which is here, and that should go like this. I just noticed that this leveling module is not fixed on permanently, it's magnetic, and it clips on to the printhead, as you can see, and temporarily is being connected somewhere down there, I guess, or up here, and you remove it if it's level. So it's not quite as comfortable as I would have liked, but okay, that will do for now. So the head is fixed. You can already see how crazy this looks. Now we have to connect the wires, which should be fairly easy. That is that. Okay, so here seems to be the connection for the leveler, or level head. I think this is it. So that thing should be good to go. So let's quickly go over this. It's the sheer size of this thing, or height. It's actually much smaller in size, bed-wise, than my Ender printer. And let's do the peel first. Nice. So up here, which might not be visible too good on the camera, is the mount for the holder for the filament, which goes down here on the side. It's going in here, going through here, going into the head, and we have color display, see in a minute. And on the back side we have the power connector, on-off switch, which is on the on position, USB connection, and SD card slot. Good. So let's pull this construction up and mount the level head, which is, as I said, magnetic. And you just put it in here, I think, and up here. That should do the trick. Okay, so let's plug it in and turn it on. So we have a few things here. Preheat tool set print. And what we want to do is we want to level the bed. So there must be an option for that. Let me just check the instructions. Auto level. Yes. Hit this. Please plug in level switch module before auto level. Confirm. As you can see, it's getting blue light if it hits the bed. And you can already see how this works in print mode. So the head is moved around all the time, and I didn't do any cable management yet, so this would be one thing to do. And this looks like Batman level stuff, I think. Okay, guess it's done. Still crazy. Okay, so let's see if we can print anything. Turns out before you can print, there's not just the auto leveling, but you have to manually adjust the height of the printhead. And for that you have to put on a piece of paper, and then you can move the Z-axis, and if you push, let me just see, plus, it gets raised, and if you push minus, it gets lowered. And you should lower this until you can barely pull out. Oh, okay, so the paper's stuck now. So we go one more, and that is the perfect leveling. Then we have to hit save. And that should be it. What you can see now is that actually the print head has reached its maximum height, which is about half of the height of the machine. So this is the height you can print down here, because these arms have to go all the way up to get to this point. So that's the reason why this thing is so tall. And let me put in some filament, and then we can do a print. So filament is in. I did put a G-code file on the SD card, put it in the machine, and I guess we are ready to print. And off we go. Well, at least it does resemble the general shape. Not quite sure how this will be in the end. So we will let this print. I'll let the camera roll, and we'll see how it goes. There you have it. The first print with the FLSUN Q5, and looks pretty decent, to be honest. Quite like this. In terms of speed, this took 1 hour 14 minutes and 22 seconds, and just for giggles I threw this model into my Prusa slicer for the Ender 3 Pro, and it would have taken 1 hour and 1 minute, so the Ender would actually have been faster in this type of model. So I will have to see if this printer really is faster than the other one. So this print is pretty much the result of just bad leveling and doing the put a paper in and see that it doesn't move. So really basic. I didn't configure the slicer which came with it, which is Cura slicer. Never used this before. Seems pretty simple and straightforward. Threw in a model, did not optimize anything, and this is the result. So this is pretty impressive for just unpacking, building and printing. And I'm using black PLA from Sunlu, which I have the best results with. It's a bit more expensive, I guess 1 or 2 euros per kilogram, but it does turn out, or it does actually produce quite nice results. Sticks well and has a certain sturdiness to it. So I'm pretty happy with this printer. Looks nice, prints nice, and I'm not quite sure if I keep it, but it's a good printer, I guess, for a 20 by 20 print bed, centimeters that is. This is Retro is your new black. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time.